most recently, Droga 5 was named Agency of the Year by Ad Age and Creativity.
Yes.
As Chief Creative Officer, how do you develop a creative method to come up with great work with your team?
We start very early on thinking as big as we can about a brand, what a brand's mission is, and we get very deeply strategic in the beginning of our process. But then afterwards, we really try to hopefully make our work as unique as we can. We like brands that have a point of view in the world, and so we want each brand to be able to express that point of view in a way that's pretty new and unique. The last thing you want to do is sort of invent something out of thin air that doesn't really seem relevant, or just make something up that's kind of, that seems cheap. We like brands that have a point of view to the world.
From your experience with O&M and Publicis, what did you learn and bring over to Droga 5 to build a strong creative team?
I was lucky enough to work at O&M for a couple of years and Publicis for a couple of years, and they were good companies. But I have to say, some of what I learned from places like that might be what not to do in certain ways. I mean, I think a lot of big agency networks operate under certain principles that maybe aren't the things that we try to strive and emulate for. First of all, I'll say real creative impetus and real creative drive comes from the top, the very top. So if the top doesn't believe in really being bold and really being creative, then the rest of the organization is going to feel that. We're lucky enough to be founded and run by David Droga, who is very creative, very talented, very ambitious, and always wanting to do something fresh and new. And because that comes from the top, that's the drive of the company. Other companies don't always have the luxury of being run by a creative who feels that way. And also, we never really want to make any decision based on fear. And I think a lot of companies I've seen want to hold on to what they have, or have a defensive posture. And we've never really been like that. We are always trying to look to go into new territory and to be as adventurous as we can be. And you can tell when a company's making decisions based on wanting to cling on to what they already have. It makes for a culture that isn't really into taking risks that much.
Which trends do you see being used in creative advertising in the future?
I think advertising is very desperate. I think advertising always begs for your attention and wants to be liked, and pleads for you by offering you deals and shouting at you. I think in the future, a lot of brands could be a lot cooler if they didn't beg so much, if they actually had a little bit more mystery, a little bit more of maybe we're not for everybody. Following the rules of actual attraction in the real world, I wish brands would just be a bit more confident and cool and not, desperately beg you for like your business with free stuff or, deals. I don't know. I think we should learn a bit how actual attraction really works and not be so desperate. That's what at least I hope to see. I think it'll make for a lot more interesting work in the world.